All right, so here's another one today. I figured out more for you guys, and I wanted to do money again because they're always fun to talk about. So I'm going to talk about a. I would say it's not a opportunity call. I would say it's more just a call with two top leaders, discussing the business and how you know how it goes. They didn't want to start, and they did, and blah 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 blah. We'll hear more of what they have to say. So grab your drinks or a snack. I'm going to have my Celsius today. I had my Alani New yesterday, so I figured I'd change it up with a different energy drink because this mama needs some energy. So we're gonna start with this one a while.
What is going on, everybody? Okay, so you're gonna meet Jamie right now. She is one of my sideline sisters on this team, and we ended up really hitting it off in or at Monations. So as soon as she comes on here, she's probably not gonna be able to keep herself together because I kind of did something stupid right now. So let's get her on this call. Let's see where she's at. I'm gonna let her tell you what I did.
I cannot stop right now.
You know what the worst part is that I am now sweating even more.
You can't send me text messages like that right before we do this.
So I'm getting ready for this live, and I'm like, shit, I can't find my deodorant. I need to get my deodorant. I can't. I think if I'm like, going on a live.
I mean, I would love to see you live right now, but yeah, this works. But we don't need deodorant. Right?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
That's cool, but it's literally my life right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Buddy, this is Jamie, and she, like I said, a little tidbit before we started, that we really like connected through Monations. Yeah. Ourselves on different trainings because we're on the same team, but that's why we say these events are just so life-changing and not as cheesy as that sounds.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to pause it here already because the fact that she said these events are life-changing. The fact that I've watched a couple of these Monations, like deep dives and like other creators of these, I'm not the best yet at doing a deep dive. I'm not going to try to do one yet, just until I get more comfortable with the idea and I research it better. But the fact that like you see these Monations videos of all these women getting overjoyed and like crying over hair and skincare lines and stuff like that, and you're like, huh? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just this. It shouldn't be that much. Like, besides the fact that they are outrageously priced, but I don't understand. It shouldn't be life changing. It's kind of culty and scary.
Forms yourself, and it takes certain relationships somewhere where they weren't before. So I'm gonna let you tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for doing this with me. This is so fun. I know we talked about this like in Atlanta, and it's taken us this long to get here, and now we're going on a trip again next week. So, so excited. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah. So I mean, I joined Monat as a VIP. My hair was just a disaster from like the year of COVID. I literally think I just wore it like in a top knot the entire year because I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to wash my hair, didn't have to do anything. And I just noticed, like, I don't know if it was stress or just wearing it up every day, but my hair was thinning so much, like right here, and it was just breaking like crazy. And my upline now, Kim, who's a friend of mine, she was posting about it, and I was like, all right, I don't know what this is, just give it to me, you know? And so I bought it. I used it for about 2 months, and then I was talking to her one day and telling her how my job was kind of up in the air with COVID and wasn't sure when my son would be going back to school, and everything was just kind of like what am I going to do, you know? And I was teaching a little pod because the kids weren't in school, and that was kind of coming to an end. And she's like, you should just do this with me. And I was like, no, there's no freaking way. I'm not doing an MLM company. I'm not doing direct sales. There's no way. I cannot be that person. But she kept on me, and she kind of just kept sharing about it. And I watched her, you know, since she kind of put the
I gotta pause here again, just because the fact that she said she kept on me. I feel bad because like that feels like a lot of like pushiness and like I need you to join my team. Like I don't feel like that was any genuine thing. So like I feel bad that she experienced that because that's not a real, like as much as she said they're friends, like I don't feel like that was genuine at all. But that's just me.
in my ear. I was watching her more. And then she finally was like, literally, you have nothing to lose. Like, you buy your product pack, you jump in, you don't like it, nothing's going to happen. Yep. And so I finally did, I think I just said yes just to like appease her. And then I was, you know, like just kind of started barely sharing it. And, oh, baby, this is my little guy, Corinne. So I just started, you know, barely sharing it, and wasn't hopping on my social media at all. I was too nervous. I was just like, I still don't want to be that person. And then I was watching one of our Zoom calls with Lexi, and she like made this point of like, you just have to get over what other people think about you. And it just kind of hit me and was like, you know what, who cares? It's COVID. Everybody's a mess right now. If I'm going to be doing this to help other people, then I'll just go for it. And so literally the day that I like jumped on my social media and started sharing, I got 6 VIPs in one day. My very first day, I was like, okay, I can do this. And I think it just kind of gave me that boost of confidence. My best friend joined as a market partner. She was my first market partner that signed up, and she started killing it. And I just like kind of saw the vision like very quickly. And then within my first 4 months, I hit the top 3% of the company. I hit MMB, which is like, okay, this is like, I can still do this. And the bonus checks that were coming in was like, all right, I don't have to go back to work now. Now that my son's going back to school, I don't have to go back to my full-time job. I can still be mom. I can stay at home. I can pick him up from school every day, which was not on our plan at all. Like we were going to sacrifice so much so that I can still work. We can still have that income coming in. And I just never even thought that.
I just always hate when they automatically jump the gun. Like even though they see the money coming in, that they jump leaving their full-time job, because like I personally would rather have a full-time job and know that I also have a secondary income, granted not in the way that they're doing it, but still have that income and not like rely solely on that one income. Because I would, but that's just me, because like I do photography on the side, and I'm doing this as a hobby, but like, you know, until whenever that changes will be cool. But like even still, like I would still keep a job. I don't see why they always have to jump the gun and leave, but they do. Probably because it's pushed on by their upline, in my opinion. But that's just me.
This was an option, but I think the year of COVID kind of like really opened things up for people. And as far as realizing like, you can do different things, you know, and you are capable of doing different things. And I never ever thought that was going to be an option. And I almost just like, I'm not grateful for COVID, but I'm grateful that it helped me pivot and figure out something different, because now this is something that
so random, but doesn't everyone notice how many times they always say, yeah, pivot from here? They say, I'm gonna have to eventually do like a drinking game, because they do like all the things they say a lot of the time. Pivot, all this stuff. And it's very funny because like they all have the same lingo. And it's, I don't know, I just find that funny. But okay. And never mind, going on.
I'm gonna do forever. And it's something where I don't have to sacrifice spending time with this cute little dude.
Captain America.
And making new friends. You know? Like, seriously, I would have never met you. I would have never met all these girls on my team, and I wouldn't be helping all these people that could could totally use this, you know? And that's such a big part of it for me is I kind of just started as like, all right, I'll just do this to make some extra money. And now I'm really doing this so I can help other people. And to see what it is doing for other people is like mind blowing. It's so exciting. So I won't quit, but.
Yeah, this right here, we got freaking Captain America on our Zoom. Lucky am I that I get Captain America appearance with Jamie.
Right. And you know, the thing is like, he's out at 12:30 on Wednesdays. That would have stressed me out so much before. I'd been like, okay, I have to get a babysitter or he's going to have to go to the after school program. How am I going to pay for that after school program? And now I'm like, dude, I got to pick you up. We got to go play tennis. We got to come home and play Captain America. Get to do this live with you. Like, and it's literally like no worries. I don't have to worry about any of it. And I'm still getting a paycheck.
Yes. And that's why for me, like I have my dogs obviously right now, which a little loose, just waking up. You want to see a dog?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I love to see is that, you know, women with full-time jobs, women that, you know, went through shit during, you know what, can still do this. You can do this while your kid is coming and, you know, sitting on your Captain America, you know, hat on. You're not missing out on anything while you're income.
Yeah.
That's such a misconception because because I have two kids, a 2.5-year-old and like 1.5-year-old, and I do these videos in between when I let them know like, hey, mommy's gonna do this, but it's only gonna be like 2 videos max. So I try to make sure that they're not very long. And so for me, I plan it out that the rest of the day I don't do this. And I'm not doing it constantly. But they always say they want to spend time with their kids, but they rarely are with their kids, really. So like it's sad because like I try to do these in the middle of when I know that they're gonna be okay without mommy. And like it's not very long. I make sure it's not very long. And so, but they're on their phone constantly, even with their kids in the same room. They're never there. In my opinion, that's just very sad. And they say they get to be with their kids, but I don't normally see that they really are with their kids. I would say they're more about their phone.
Coming and, you know, sitting on your Captain America, you know, hat on. You're not missing out on anything while you're income.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's what I like about this, and I love being able to see different walks of life. So I'm for a lot of new followers that don't know about me.
Yeah, sure.
Followers. I've been in law enforcement for almost 10 years. About some of that was no more than that. Some was at the beginning, and I've been sworn in since I went in at 20 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It's my childhood dream job. It literally was my dream. Junior high, I knew I wanted to be a cop. Since I was little, I loved watching cops. It was everything to me. And straight out of high school, I got hired as a CSO, which was just doing paper calls. And a couple years later, I applied to be a real life cop, which made my parents' head spin because they're like, I thought this was just a fluke. I thought you were joking. And I wasn't joking. I went through the academy with LAPD, and I literally had the best time of my life for the first 6 years, time of my life.
Yeah.
But like with every other career, just like with every other walk of life, people have stress.
Yeah.
People have stress in their own forms. People deal with stress in different ways. And with law enforcement, you know, I was having a blast. I still do. But, you know, that stress was culminating into hair loss. And I'm like, shit. I'm like 25 years old. I'm losing handfuls of hair. I'm going to be bald by the time I'm 30, which is just right around the corner in like 4 weeks. So the products came just in time.
I got a few years on you, so you got nothing.
So bottom line is my hair was falling out, and I tried Ovation. I tried everything. and nothing was freaking working. So my upline Jill was talking about these products, wouldn't shut up about them. It was just Monat. I'm like, what the hell? This bitch doesn't post anything but Monat. So I was like, why the hell not? Let's just try it. Yeah. Tried it, and just like you, 1 or 2 months. I have like prices coming in. Within 1 or 2 months, my hair started coming back. I was like a chia pet. I'm like, holy. And I wanted my hair to stop falling out. I didn't think that it was actually going to turn into double what it was. So obviously I was seeing the results. I was obsessed with it. People were noticing it. So men and women at work. And they're like, hey, what are you using on your hair? Your hair looks great, this and that. And I had just chopped it into a bob, and it was growing. So I started referring everybody and their mother to Jill. And she turned around and goes, why don't you just sign up as a market partner? You're already buying a shit ton of products. Why don't you just sign up, friends and family, and you can just get some cash back while you're at it. So I was like, I'm like, you high. You're high. Because I'm like, how I like to say, like, I carry pepper spray, not hairspray.
Right.
Like, you're high if you think I'm going to do what you do. Like, there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
And I was like, I support you. I wish you good luck in your endeavors. You're really sweet for offering this opportunity, but you're not going to catch me dead doing that.
Yeah.
Well, like, Jesus had another plan, because I got my ass handed to me in life, and I hit my own personal rock bottom. For the years that I have been in this career with law enforcement, it's still such a huge passion, but it has changed so drastically in the last few years. Everything has changed in the last few years, and it just took a toll on me, and I didn't know that I was going into a downward spiral. I was in a really toxic, unhealthy relationship at the time that
it makes me so sad once they start telling their story, because a lot of it is just oversharing, and a lot of it is to feel, I think, to make others to stay in, and also to bring more people on, because the sadder the story, it seems to be the selling point most times, it seems, because that's what they always push, like, tell your story, because then you'll be more relatable. Like, it blows my mind. Like, please don't, please don't, because, like, you shouldn't have to share something unless you want to. Don't share unless you want to. Don't overshare something that's going to maybe be uncomfortable, that you have to be so vulnerable that you're relatable, so you can get people to sign underneath you. Like, it's sad. Like, in my opinion, I just feel like that's so sad.
I can't blame the other person, because it was something where I was not okay with myself, and I was allowing certain things, and I allowed my mental state to just go through the freaking garbage disposal.
Yeah.
And I hated everybody. I just was antisocial. I didn't want any new friends. I wasn't needing to expand my circle in any shape or form, let alone sell shampoo. But like I said, God had a different plan. And my rock bottom moment, I was literally sitting in my old gang office, and I was on injury at the time. And I'm like, the way that this department, the way that my job is going, like, the way that my personal life is going, everything, I'm like, I just kept going through every single shitty scenario that was my life. And Jill posted about this opportunity, and I was like, God only knows to this day why I text her and said, okay, sign me up as a market partner.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm saying yes. I don't choosing to do this in my head stupid thing, which a lot of people are probably thinking right now too.
Totally.
But I said yes to it. I didn't ask any questions. She did for me what we do for all of our girls, putting out our why post. And at that time, my why was because I just like the products. The products worked for me. The products worked miracles. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is why I'm signing up, because maybe I could share it with friends and family, and that's it.
Right.
I didn't have, well, just like you, I shared my why. My started blowing up like I was Nicki Minaj coming out with a naked video. like holy shit. I'm like, just want the shampoo, what do I do?
Yeah.
Stuff. So she, of course, like, oh my god, this is awesome. And in my head I'm like, okay, yeah, it's freaking awesome, but what do I do? They want the stuff.
Yeah.
She like I was Nicki Minaj coming out with a naked video. like holy shit. I'm like, just want the shampoo, what do I do?
Yeah.
Stuff. So she, of course, like, oh my god, this is awesome. And in my head I'm like, okay, yeah, it's freaking awesome, but what do I do? They want the stuff.
Yeah. She
took me by the hand, literally walked me through like we do with our girls now, because nobody knows how to do this. You never wake up one day thinking that I'm going to sell shampoo today. Let's wake up and let's start selling Monat.
Right.
Like, that is just totally something that you're going to wake up one day and you're just going to just want to do it. No, it doesn't happen.
Nobody.
So she literally did what our uplines breed into us, and she led me and she mentored me, and before you knew it, the tricycle, what is it? Yeah, the tricycle, little kids.
Training wheels, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Training, that's what I was looking for. The training wheels start shaking like Forrest Gump, and freaking, you know, we take off and we start doing our own thing. We start making this into our own. And it's nuts, because I know you're going to feel the same way with this, but you don't even realize the self-development that's happening until you're so far out of what you used to be, that you don't realize what's happening until you're already so far out of that fog. And, you know, I look back at how I was, and I see you, and I see all of our girls and the experience that we had at Monations, and, you know, it's like, holy shit. Like, I would have just, you know, I can't even say it, because it's like, I wish I would have done it sooner, because I wouldn't have done it sooner. There was to do it sooner. It's just one of those things where you just have to freaking bite the bullet and just decide that you're going to go.
Totally.
There is time.
Yeah. Yeah.
None.
Yeah. And it's like, I always tell people, like, we are just starting. This company is just starting. Like, we just turned 7 and we're already number 2 in direct sales, which is absolutely...
That's not true. We could look it up and it will not be number 2. Well, maybe in direct sales, I don't know. I could look that part up for you. But also the fact that she's like, oh, we're new. We're 7 years old. You're not that new anymore. And if you're at the top of the company, then you must have been able to get in early to be at the top of the company. But anyway, you are not new. And let's see what else she has to say.
Freaking insane. Considering that, you know, all of these other companies have been doing this for years, for like 60 plus years. And we are growing so quickly. And the products that they're putting out, they're not only safe for you to use. Like, I've been in the news the last couple of days, I posted about it. Is
okay, that's not true. There's lawsuits for the hair loss that they have. So that's not true. No. And if she's going to talk, which she probably will, about how luxurious their brands are, no, they're overly priced so they can pay the uplines. That's why they cost so much. You're not paying for a luxury, you're paying for it to go towards the uplines. It's going towards the top. Not like it's like nothing trickles down, it goes to the top. So yeah, that's why they are so expensive.
There's all of this new information coming out about the products or the chemicals that they're putting in shampoo that is literally like making people die early. And to know that, like, this information is like coming out more and more and more. Like people are really, especially after COVID, are really wanting to use safe, clean products for their entire family. And we're not selling like a single item for like women or kids. We are selling items for men, women, kids, pets. And we have such a huge, broad line of things that are helpful for your entire body. So you really like, whether you decide to join the business or decide to join as a customer, like you can't go wrong with this. And I know we always say it too, but like in Forbes magazine, they say join a company when they are, one, expanding their product line, and two, expand.
Like I was Nicki Minaj coming out with a naked video. like holy shit. I'm like, I want the shampoo. What do I do?
Yeah.
Stuff. So of course, like, oh my God, this is awesome. And in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's freaking awesome. But what do I do? They want the stuff.
Yeah.
She took me by the hand, literally walked me through like we do with our girls now, because nobody knows how to do this. You never wake up one day thinking that I'm going to sell shampoo today. Let's wake up and let's start selling Monat.
Right.
Like that is just totally something that you're going to wake up one day and you're going to just want to do it. No, it doesn't happen.
No, but
So she literally did what our uplines breed into us, and she led me and she mentored me, and before you knew it, the tricycle, what is it? Yeah, the tricycle, little kids.
Training wheels, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I was looking for. The training wheels start shaking like Forrest Gump, and freaking, we take off and we start doing our own thing. We start making this
program a lot of analogies.
And it's nuts because I know you're going to feel the same way with this, but you don't even realize the self-development that's happening until you're so far out of what you used to be that you don't realize what's happening until you're already so far out of that fog. And, I look back at how I was and I see you and I see all of our girls and the experience that we had at Monations, and it's like, holy shit, like would have just I can't even say it because it's like I wish I would have done it sooner, because I wouldn't have done it sooner. There was need to do it sooner. It's just one of those things where you just have to freaking bite the bullet and just decide that you're gonna go.
Totally.
There is time.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. And it's like, I always tell people, like, we are just starting. This company is just starting. Like, we just turned 7 and we're already number 2 in direct sales, which is absolutely...
That's not true. We could look it up and it will not be number 2. Well, maybe in direct sales, I don't know. I could look that part up for you. But also the fact that she's like, oh, we're new. We're 7 years old. You're not that new anymore. And if you're at the top of the company, then you must have been able to get in early to be at the top of the company. But anyway, you are not new. And let's see what else she has to say.
Freaking insane, considering that, all of these other companies have been doing this for years, for like 60 plus years, and we are growing so quickly. And the products that they're putting out, they're not only safe for you to use, like I've been in the news the last couple of days, I posted about it, is...
Okay, that's not true. There's lawsuits for the hair loss that they have, so that's not true. No. And if she's going to talk, which she probably will, about how luxurious their brands are, no, they're overly priced so they can pay the uplines. That's why they cost so much. You're not paying for a luxury, you're paying for it to go towards the uplines. It's going towards the top. Not like it's like nothing trickles down, it goes to the top. So yeah, that's why they are so expensive.
There's all of this new information coming out about the products or the chemicals that they're putting in shampoo that is literally like making people die early. And to know that like this information is like coming out more and more and more, like people are really, especially after COVID, are really wanting to use safe, clean products for their entire family. And we're not selling like a single item for like women or kids. We are selling items for men, women, kids, pets. And we have such a huge, broad line of things that are helpful for your entire body. So you really like, whether you decide to join the business or decide to join as a customer, like you can't go wrong with this. And I know we always say it too, but like in Forbes magazine, they say join a company when they are, one, expanding their product line, and two, expanding globally. And we are doing both those things right now, and like it's absolutely insane. And there's just so much opportunity. And you and I are going on a trip next week to Punta Cana for free. Like we earned this like amazing trip. So it's like we're working, we're making money, we're making friends, we're going on these free trips. Like,
Not free.
what other job can you do that? Like what?
A lot of jobs.
We're getting paid to go on a luxury vacation.
You're not getting paid to go on these trips. You guys don't get paid. Stop making these claims. Stop making these claims. It's deceiving. It's manipulative. Please stop saying that. These are not selling points that you should be spreading. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel about it.
5-star resort.
Yeah.
And you and I get to go with the rest of the girls on our team that accomplished this and earn this trip. And like, how is this real life? Like, we get to go there, relax. The company treats us like royalty.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at Monations. I mean, we already knew of each other before, but we had a night with me, Jessica, Jamie, and Nikki. There was just something about all of us that, no matter what walk of life you are, men or women that join this company has a way of bringing things out of you.
Yeah.
And like your own personal, like,
Man.
I swear to God, it's happened multiple times because I've grown so many great, best friendships through this. And to sit there, like...
That's what I mean. This is the point that I get sad about, because whenever they say we make friends, those friendships are conditional. We talk about this all the time. The fact that they make these friendships solely on the fact that they are trying to earn, like, rise up in ranks and earn money from those people. Like, those people, the only reason you're friends with them, in my opinion, is so you can earn money off them, not because you care.
After one of our convention nights, and it was after the gala.
Yeah.
And we connected over our Koa rings, which, like, we looked at our rings and we have the same ring. And I'm like, is that Koa wood? And nobody really is going to know what Koa wood is. And so her face lights up. And I'm like, oh, it is Koa wood. And she's like, is that Koa wood? I'm like, did we just become best friends? And there is something that, it's random, but you never ask for these relationships. You never expect these relationships. You never expect the self-development.
Right.
You don't realize what you can get out of this until you're in it.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people think, like, I'm never going to get to that point. I'm never going to achieve that. But, like, I thought that too. I thought, like, oh, I'll make a couple extra $100 a month. And then I was like making a couple extra $1,000 a month. And then all of a sudden I'm hitting the top 3% of the company. And then within the first 6 months, I've earned this trip. And so, like, they make things achievable for you. It is a job. I always tell people, like, you're not going to percent of the... And then within the first 6 months, I've earned this trip. Things achievable for you. It is a job. I always tell people, like, you're not going to jump in. It's not going to work for you. You have to work for the business, of course. Mom, but it's a job. Hold on one second, honey. It's a job where you do have the time freedom, and you can do what you want, and you are able to earn these things, and it's not hard. It's not hard at all. As long as you just put a little effort into it, it's so, so achievable, and anybody can do it. Anybody. If you have friends, if you know who wash their hair, you can do this.
That's why I'm going on below, because anybody can do this. You want to say that you're too busy, and you have your kids running. I have Captain America. Like, anybody can do this. You can make time for what's important to you, and if you have ethic, you're coachable, you can make this
free
life.
Yes, that's right.
spell free for me. It's on the bottom of
Okay,
there.
sorry, we got to spell free real quick. See, this is like the beauty of the business. You still get to do what you need to do.
You free for your, and now we're still working our life.
Yes, exactly. You can fit this to your life. You can do it. You know, everybody says a big thing I get is I don't have time for that. And I'm like, anybody's got time for this. And actually, if you don't have time for this, then you need this. Yeah. And I don't have enough money to join. I'm like, well, if you don't have enough money to join, then you need to do this. And it costs $200 to join. What other business can you join for or start on your own for $200? Like, you can't.
Or even $800, which is our biggest pack.
Yeah.
And it's like Lexi and Gina are, you know, they started with their own small business with their clothing line, and how they were just worked to the bone trying to make that dream work. And it was their big passion, and they were stressed out nonstop because they thought they'd have their own business and they'd be able to work on their own time clock and they'd be able to, you know, do life on their terms. Yeah. When in reality, having your own small business isn't a cakewalk.
No.
It's not a lot of work. So now for them to be able to do Monat full time, they can make Nikki and Stella their business, their hobby, do that for fun and not have it be stressful. They can just buy what they need to buy to ship out, and they now get to do that as their passion still, but they don't have any stress. They don't have, you know, that time constraint.
Yeah.
And all because of this, and this affects.
Honestly, I would find that being in Monat is more stressful than small business, because I, in my own personal opinion, would not want to be reaching out to people, and I would not feel comfortable trying to recruit people underneath me. So for me, I would say sticking to my photography and like YouTube is better than doing what they're doing, because I personally don't find that to be fun at all. I find this more entertaining, more fun to do. But that's just my opinion.
Everybody differently. Like for me, I'll be able to retire my ass when I want to.
Right.
It's not, sorry if I'm cussing in front of your kid. I'm so sorry. Sorry. But that's the thing. It can, like you, be home with your baby. It can, for me, choose when I want to retire and still not have to worry about money being an issue ever.
Right.
And it's just one of the things that you can't wrap your head around unless you're in it. Yeah. Men, women, it can change your life. We had a fire captain out of San Diego just join.
Yeah, and did you see he just signed up another fire captain?
So that's all it takes. It takes one. And you start your own empire, and you start getting these products out, because men and women both wash their hair.
Yeah.
Both have access to your own friends and family, your own network. So this can be an opportunity for literally anyone, but not everybody can do it, because not everybody has the work ethic. Yeah. Not everybody has the vision. And
I hate when they imply this all the time, because every time you hear these reps, consultants, whatever you want to call them, they always imply, oh, the people that don't make it to the top are the ones that are lazy. Please stop doing that. That is so not fair, especially when they always say you can do it in pockets of your time, but they want to shame you when you don't do what they want. So that's irritating. That's frustrating. That I don't like. Like, please stop doing that. Because they imply everyone can do it, but then they also want to say not everyone gets to the top, but maybe they didn't want to go to the top. But then they force you to go to the top, because that way they can start making more money. They need you to start making more effort so they can make more money. That's all they care about. But that's just my opinion. Sorry for the little rant, but yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
No, unless you try.
You never know. You never know. I had zero confidence coming into this business, and now look at us, both of us. We are both a rank away from getting our caddy, and I'm sitting there at Monations, and we were like, all the girls were down there on the stage with their little caddy signs, and you and I looked at each other, and we were like, we're going to be on that stage next year, and we will. We totally will, because we are working our business. We're successful in it. We have that confidence now. We have been able to build that confidence in ourselves because we know this business now. We know where they're going, what they're doing, and they're not stopping. So we're not going to stop. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for our trip this next week and for our caddies.
We have a lot of stuff coming up.
We do. Yeah. And so anyways, but we don't want to keep you on forever, but I just thank you so much for doing this. And I will see you on the beach.
Week, literally one more week.
I know. I need to pack. I'm like, I haven't even gotten into the mindset of going yet. So,
well, get yourself packing because we have a luxury tropical vacation to go on.
yeah.
In a week, babe, and have a great day. And tell Captain America I say thank you for going.
I will. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, Erica.
Bye.
Nonetheless, the fact that they kept doing a lot of income claims I don't appreciate. And it's kind of sad to see her son trying to get his mom's attention. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned a lot. Comment down below what your thoughts are for this video. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate all the all of the support. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.